Welcome back to another casted game of Season 5. We're here with Calp spawning in on the north side of the map, playing as the Malians, a civilization which has only received nerfs this season, which is kind of crazy to think about, right? Because all the other civilizations, they've received lots of, buffs pretty much all over the place when it comes to landmarks, when it comes to unique units. Lots of unique units have been added in. But the Malians, they've received pretty much only nerfs. So the Warrior Scout, that's been nerfed. The Saharan Trade Network, you can no longer place it in 8 tiles between the enemy base, which, let's be honest, no one used anyway. But it's still a nerf. Foreign Garrison, major nerf. The training speed has been decreased by 10%. So, we've had lots of nerfs here for the Malians, but Calp, he's bringing them out here. So we'll have to see what he can do with it, because he's going to be up against a very tough opponent. Because spawning in on the south side of the map, we've got Louis MT. Very, very strong player right here. Made it to number 10. Ranked 10 on the latest tournament for Age of Empires 4, which was the Elite Classic. So this guy, he's making it high up there now. And he's playing as the Rus, which has had a couple kind of nerfs, but not. It's like minuscule stuff for the Rus. So let's actually take a look, see what they've had changed. So hunting cabins, that's one thing that's been changed. They now generate the maths on the gold slightly different. It is kind of a nerf, but it's nothing really that crazy. We can see here, it's still 22 gold a minute right now, which is huge, right? That's what it was basically before. Something else that they've had changed is the fact their Kremlin now doesn't spawn with a ticket. So you're a little bit delayed there, but overall, Rus really haven't been changed too much. They're pretty much how they were before. They've had a couple things like renames. For instance, their Knight Saber is now a poleaxe. So it's purely a visual change. So again, not really much has changed with the Rus. But the Malians, they've had quite a few nerfs. People were complaining a lot about Warrior Scouts before. They were complaining a lot about the Farimba, both of which have now been nerfed. So what is Calp's plan going to be here? Is it still going to be Warrior Scouts into Farimba? I mean, it could be, but I don't know. I don't think that's going to work up against Louis. Louis, extremely good player. He will know how to deal with that. And now that the Malians have been nerfed, it's going to be even easier for Louis to deal with that. We see Kremlin still going to be built here for him. The Kremlin hasn't been changed too much, so I doubt we'll be seeing the Golden Gate. Maybe we see the return in a few cases. But I think the Kremlin's still such an amazing landmark, so I don't think we'll be seeing a move away from the Kremlin. But Louis, looking very happy here. We're on the map, what's it called? Hillendale, which has been actually changed a little bit as well. It's now like it is in EGC TV. So EGC TV have a map called EGC Lipany. No, sorry, EGC Hillendale. They do also have a map called EGC Lipany, but that's beside the point. Basically, EGC Hillendale slightly different because of the stone and the gold. We can see here we've only got one small stone, one small gold at the top of this hill. Before, we used to have a big gold veins and big stone veins on top of these hills, which means players can just sit at the top here and boom their hearts out, which means players are actually now going to have to move out to the map as they're only these small golds. So I love this change a lot. I think it's really, really smart. Just bring it up to date with how tournaments are done. I like it a lot. I approve of the changes for this map. Calp gets through his age up. Mansa Quarry it is. Now, is he going to switch it over to stone, possibly? I doubt it. I think most of the time these days, we don't actually see second TC Malian. Just because it's a lot easier to just make Warrior Scouts and then go for a Castle Age. So, second TC, maybe it comes back. Who knows? Because Warrior Scouts is no longer such a thing. So, but okay. In saying that, look at what we've got coming down here for Calp. It's a stable. So, and there's a mill. Okay. Is Calp gonna... Oh, okay. No, that's... Oh my goodness, this is Louis. Hello. Hello. What is this? What is this? professional scouts? What is going on? Louis MT. He's up to 5 scouts, so he's actually been making them from the hunting cabin for a while. Which, it's kind of bonkers. We haven't seen this in a while. Especially with the fact he's only on 1 TC at the moment. But he is looking to add in the second one. So we'll have to see how this does for him. We see here Calp is also grabbing... Oh, actually, I take that back. That is not professional scouts. That is warrior scouts. Oh, sorry. Survival techniques. That's not warrior scouts. Warrior scouts has already come in, I believe. It has indeed. So, yeah, he's grabbed that. Also grabbed... Okay, grabbing wheelbarrow as well. So, it seems like Calp is not going for mass warrior scouts, despite having a stable down. So, he just grabbed that for the upgrade. Honestly, I feel like at this point, you do still go into warrior scouts. I know they're not as good, but you want to try, you know, deny this from Louis. As he's now going to be bringing home 5 delicious deer carcasses. He's also going to be adding in a second CC behind this. So going for a very greedy play here. Calp is making some more warrior scouts. We see he's got them rallied over here towards Louis' deer. So it seems like he's still got more and more scouts on the way. Now using the militia. We see that we do now have a levy all militia button, which is absolutely awesome. I love this button. I think this will be really, really cool to see, especially when we got like, oh, that 3-hour game I casted between B and Zerton. If B had this button then, he had like 100 militia saved up. If he could have used this button then, damn, that would have been epic, because you would have got like 200 of these guys, which would have been pretty epic. But anyway, Calp, he's going to be losing quite a bit of health on this scout, but not going to get healed up quite as fast. It's still pretty fast. That is still very fast. No, this has supposedly been nerfed, but to me, this still looks extremely good. Like, look at that. Compared to, like, a normal scout healing, that is still bonkers. And it actually seems like here, Calp is going to get pushed back from the militia. They're going to be taken out in just a couple seconds. Have they actually updated? Oh, they have updated this. Okay, so in the previous patch, militia would die at 10 seconds because they nerfed it, but they didn't change the timer. So it would die with 10 seconds left on here. They fixed that up, so the timer now shows the correct amount, which is nice to see. But Calp going to be continuing to build his houses around that pit mine. Malians is an interesting... Oh, hello. Hello. We've got cattle ranches coming up for him. Have a look at that. Okay, is he going to be... No, he doesn't use the Grand Fulani Corral. Oh, see here, Calp. Look how strong these warrior scouts still are. Absolutely bonkers. But Louis, he's on 2 TC. We see he's bringing in lots of the deer. Calp hasn't grabbed himself any sort of professional scouts. So, you know, he's not going to be able to deny away this deer. So, honestly, Louis is in a really, really nice spot here when it comes to... Oh, my goodness, 3 TC. That's a lot of TC action. And he's going to have plenty of food as well. So, honestly, Louis in a really decent spot. Calp, he's doing some bonkers things over here. Like... whizzing a Grand Fulani Corral out of him. I guarantee it. The way he's placed these cattle ranches, he's going to do it. He's going to set them up like this and then plonk that H3 landmark in the middle. It's kind of crazy because we haven't seen this landmark in forever. But I think we're going to be seeing a lot more with the Farimba Garrison nerfs. I think the Farimba Garrison just isn't as good as it once was. And I think because of that, we're going to be seeing this landmark a lot more. Because the food potentials on it is huge. Like, 84 food per minute. And then with the landmark as well, you get a ton more food, right? So, honestly, I think this is going to be the way for the Malians. I think they're still going to be quite lame in the early game when it comes to warrior scouts. But I think when it comes to the mid to late game, I think they're going to become a lot less lame when it comes to the Farimba. But we'll have to wait and see how the meta develops. Calp is an extremely good player, but... you know, he's not in that top 10 like Louis is. So we'll have to see how Louis can look to deal with this. As we see now, the villager's going to get pulled. How many we got? We got 17 builds. He's going to place the landmark. There it is, Grand Fulani Corral. So this is going to get rushed up here. And he's going to be making a lot of food. As we see, provides 20 food per minute per cattle, which is almost double. Actually, I take that back. It's not double. You know, this is 100 food a minute, so it's like 60. So, I mean, it's still amazing, right? But it's you're not exactly doubling this, but still an amazing landmark, I think. I think we'll be seeing this a lot more because the food economy for Kalp here is about to go absolutely insane mode. There it is. The age up comes through. I wonder if this now displays how much food income it has. Doesn't seem like it. Okay, so interesting. So it doesn't seem like it does show up on here, but it is generating a lot of food, which is going to be really nice for Kalp. We see here, he's currently got no villagers on food, and he's making 700 a minute. 730. Okay, it's around 700. That's where it seems to be evening out at. And he's also going to be picking up the relics behind this. So he's going to have some nice passive food income, some nice passive gold income. Louis, he's going up with the Abbey of the Trinity. Hello. Another landmark we have not seen in a pretty while. And maybe that's because of the... I think the high trade house has been quite heavily hit with this, with the nerf for hunting cabins. So maybe we see this landmark being used a little bit more. Because I've actually seen a bug being reported where if you build a hunting cabin... Wait, let's actually see if Louis got one. Doesn't seem like it. So basically, if you build a hunting cabin in the middle of nowhere, like just here, it'll actually generate -5 gold a minute. Which means it takes 5 gold away from your bank every minute. Which is just crazy, right? That shouldn't be a thing. That should not be a thing, but it is. So I think that's just a little bit of a bug. So I think when that gets patched, hunting cabins will be even better. And I think the high trade house will be fixed by then. But yeah, we see now Kalp moving out with that imam with the beautiful hat on. I think it's the hat at least. I'm not exactly sure, but whatever he's got, it looks pretty cool. Going to be picking up the relics. And if you can pick up lots of the relics before Louis here, he's going to be in a fabulous spot. Because Louis, he spent a whole age up on this landmark. And sure, you're still going to be able to make warrior monks, sorry, for a discounted price. And you also have these beautiful upgrades. These upgrades are super underrated, by the way. These upgrades are really, really important for the Rus. So, you know, it's not going to be a completely wasted landmark, but taking away as many of these as you possibly can is going to be huge. We see Walolo going to be coming down. Is this going to test? Oh, come on, come on, come on. Oh, they do switch. So I was going to do a Mythbuster on this, right? Do militia convert? And yes, they do. So they just carry on from the timer from where they left off. So pretty interesting stuff. That's always good to know because, you know, with some things, like if you try and convert an enemy religious unit, it doesn't convert. Siege doesn't convert. So, you know, who knows? Maybe the militia may have not converted either, which in that case would have been huge. But it does seem like here that that's not the case. They do convert as well. So nothing too crazy, but always good to know, right? But it looks like Louis is going heavy into knights now. 3 TC starting to pay off for him. We see he's bringing back the... Well, he hasn't actually got back a single relic yet. Help. He's bringing... Oh my goodness. Has he got all 4? He's got 4. He's about to get... I think he's going to get all 5 here. So, you know, Louis at the moment, he's on 3 TCs, sure. But he doesn't have a lot of passive income. You know, these hunting cabins really not generating too much gold. No relics in the bank. Kalp, he's got a huge economy of cattle. He's got a huge economy with the Grand Fulani Corral. He's got a huge economy when it comes to relics. And now he's picking up the sacred sites. And he's also taking out a lot of Louis' army here with some sofa. It looks like it's just going to be mass sofa for him. Which I like, honestly. Warrior monk coming in once again, though. It looks like Louis may be able to get himself at least 1 relic here. Yeah, he's going to be able to get that one home, it seems. But Kalp's still doing an amazing job, right? 4 relics in the bank is huge up against the Abbey of the Trinity. Like, this landmark is built to be able to get in relics fast. So, yeah, really nice stuff there by Louis. Surviving on 3 HP. But now, second sacred site is captured up. Third one about to be captured up as well. Kalp sets off the timer. Not what he's captured them for, but that's still going to be 300 gold a minute. Passive income. And now, at this point in the game, I think you just spam out sofa, right? You got a huge food economy. We see Kalp can actually go... Is he going to go... No. Kalp, are you going to go into the brand new Griot Borough? Is he going to do it? Is he going to do it? Let's have a look. He's doing it. Okay, so the Griot Borough is the one thing for the Malians that has been buffed. So the Greater Bara, the durations now are increased from 30 seconds to 60 seconds. So they last double the amount of time. And the cooldown in between the abilities, between the uses, has been decreased from 60 seconds to 30 seconds. So that is absolutely wild here. We see all 3 sacred sites going to get capped. Louis at a decent mass. He's up to 11 lancers, 5 crossbow. And we see Cap just going to be walling this up. Now sending out the Sofa. He's got a huge Sofa mass. And there it is. The age up comes through. Which ability? He used an ability. Which one? I don't know which one he used. The farming one? I assume it's the farming one, right? Increases the food gather rate by plus 50% for 30 seconds. Costs 300. Yeah, look at that. Look at the food income. That is absolutely bonkers. 163 food a minute. That is absolutely bonkers. And this lasts for 60 seconds. And it only takes 30 seconds till you can use it again. I think this landmark is going to be broken, you know. And as soon as this runs out, he can use this, I think. The military festival increases... Actually, no, you probably want to use siege festival, right? Increases the torch damage of all units by plus 50% for 30 seconds. Oh, it still says 30 seconds. Okay. It's meant to be 60 seconds. That's a little bit of a mistype. The devs, for some reason, seem to forget about these changes. It's the same reason the Keshik Lancer is... Well, the Mongol Keshik is still called a Mongol Lancer when it's being double produced. For some reason, they've just kind of forgotten about it. But Elite Upgrades comes in on the Sofas. We see Kalp taking the fight there against the militia. Definitely a bit of a misclick here. I think he was meant to attack move into the Knights here. But he's up to a huge amount. Look at this, 26. And these guys are about to die very soon. We see 16 seconds left on them. Louis looking to break through here. But Kalp's got some beautiful walls up right now. These militias going to be starting to die any second now. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There they go. Boom. And now, Kalp, look at the mass he's got. Look at the damage he's able to do here. I would love to see this upgrade being used to just siege through this wall. Go on, Kalp, give it to us. Give us the Siege Greater Bara. This is actually crazy, the food income he's got right now. He's only at 56 vils, but look at the food income. Look at the gold income. He's over the amount Louis has, and he's at like half the vils. That is absolutely bonkers. And there it is, the siege. The siege festival being used. Look at the siege. And this lasts for 60 seconds. Kalp going to be able to break through this so easily. And this is a fortified palisade wall as well. It has 2,500 HP. This is meant to be a fortified palace wall. It just looked like it crumbled in front of these Sofa. And now the Sofa, they've still got another 37 seconds left on that siege dance. They're taking out the whole army of Louis. And now he's onto the economy. And look at the production. The food income, the gold income is so huge for Kalp. He can just constantly pump out these units. And now Kalp, 20 seconds still left on here. He can siege down the landmarks. But Louis calls GG before that can happen. If you did enjoy this casted game, consider subscribing. Feel free to even like the video, because this is an absolutely crazy one. So I'll catch you guys in the next one.